Smith & Wesson M&P Shield versus the Springfield XDs, both in 9mm. These guns are a lot alike. That's the bottom line. If you're looking at a small compact carry striker filer 9mm pistol and you're looking at one of these two, you're in the right place because they're dang good guns. Great guns for the money, and probably my favorite size and package for concealed carry. I recommend either of these on a constant basis. Just wanted to show them head to head here, and maybe if some of you or one of you is thinking about picking one up, this will help you determine which one you want. And honestly, as I look at these two guns on the table, I've shot them both quite a bit. They are very similar in a lot of ways, and I am a pretty opinionated gun dude. Not just guns, a lot of things, but you know, especially with guns, I like what I like and I don't what I don't. And I've had the Shield for quite some time, and I sold a lot of people on the Shield, told them it was the best, whatever. And when the XDs came out, I didn't expect to like it as much, honestly. But I took it out and shot it head to head with the Shield, and I went back and forth and back and forth. Do I like the Shield better? Do I like the XDs better? Which one shoots better? And honestly, it just came down to the end. That the bottom line is, for me, they were both really, really good. And I ended up, I carry the Shield just because I'm used to it, and there's a couple small differences that I'll mention here. But the cutting to the chase, there's really not a wrong choice here. They're both such good guns. I could go through all the measurements and weights and everything like that, but you probably already know that. They're just so close that it doesn't really even matter. Honestly, what it comes down to for these guns and which one you want to buy is, if you've got a favorite company, perhaps, if you like the way one looks, the aesthetics is a big deal, and more than anything, how it feels for you, which gun you're going to be most comfortable with. Because they do feel quite a bit different. The grip is different, they have a different look to them, and they fire a bit differently. The back swell on the XDs is a little bigger, more pronounced. It seems to take up a little more space in your hand versus the Shield, which is a little slimmer. The Shield is smoother, kind of a more aerodynamic look, while the XDs is kind of a jagged Batman looking type of a gun. But honestly, when it comes down to the things that really matter in a gun, as far as reliability, dependability, capacity, caliber, and all those things, these two guns are neck and neck. And so I'll just compare them a few different ways here and show you how they stack up. I've been meaning to make this video for a long time. I got this XDs right when it came out, and I've shot it quite a bit since then, but haven't had the chance, or just haven't gotten around to make it. So late is better than never. Hopefully this helps somebody. You can get them both with extended magazines. They both hold 7. Size and weight, everything else is pretty close. The one big difference that I would say between these two guns is the safety mechanism, or the safety device, and how it operates. So on the XDs, you've got the grip safety a la the 1911 style, and like the rest of the XD family. Now, you can hear people talk bad and good about the grip safety, if it's a good thing, if you like it. To me, I don't care either way. I've never had a problem with it. But the XDs does have the grip safety. That's another safety mechanism built into the gun. Well, some guys will say that's just another place that this pistol can fail. That's up to you. If you think that you don't want to risk getting gravel and grit or whatever in there, or something that would cause that grip safety to malfunction, that might be a determining factor for you. Now the Shield, originally, this is one of the first ones that I bought. It has a small safety lever there. And there's a lot of guys that don't like that. They don't like the traditional manual operated safety on a gun. They prefer the Glock style, where you just pick it up and shoot. Some guys think that's safer. For me, I like this. I like the small safety switch. It's not intrusive. It has enough tactile click that you're not going to accidentally bump it off or on. It takes a a concerted effort to hit that thing. And I've trained with it. I like the way it works. I'm used to hitting that safety as soon as I fire this little shield. So for me it works and I like it. And for the guys that do not like the safety, however, Smith & Wesson came out with a version of the shield that does not have that safety. So you can get your shield Glock style, no safety, just a striker fired pistol, and you don't have the grip safety like on the M&P. Now you can also see while I'm holding this close to the camera that the grip, I've got a Talon grip on here. The grip is smooth, it's rounded, and it feels thinner in the hand for me. It takes up less real estate in your hand than the XDS. The XDS has a little bit bulkier, just a titch, and all these differences that I'm highlighting, they're just a little bit different. So it really depends on you, but it's got a more aggressive grip. The grip texture there looks like a grenade, with the big oversized serrations to really lock your hand in there. And some guys really like that. And you've also got the removable back strap on this gun too, I should mention that, where you can customize that back strap to what you like, and the shield does not offer that option. And so maybe that's a deciding factor for you. A couple of the other things that I've heard people mention, the shield had a trigger recall where they were having problems with some of the triggers, and I've heard there were a couple early reliability issues with the XDS, but I haven't had problems with either one of these guns. They work great. I never had a misfire, never had anything happen to either one of them. It would cause me to hesitate to when I'm grabbing a gun that will save my life possibly. So I've got ultimate confidence in both of these, and that's probably the most important thing for you when you grab a concealable carry weapon, is that you've got the confidence in it. So the size, the weight, the capacity, the price, they're all really close. Another gun that fits in this category is the the PPS. And I had several PPSs in the past, but the Walther PPS, I do not have one now to compare on the table, but it's a similar gun, an excellent quality gun. It's more expensive than these two guns, but that might be another one that you would want to look at. So, stacked head to head, just up against each other. See if we can get a good look here. My lighting's not the best, but they are so stinking close in pretty much every measurement and weight and everything else. A couple tenths of an inch here, a couple tenths of an inch there. Just very, very similar. They stack up. Trying not to scratch them too bad. I mean, really, you could almost fit those in the same holster if it's a style of holster that would allow that, because these two guns are just so similar. My favorite way to carry, and what I've recommended a bunch of times for these type of guns, and for anybody getting into concealed carry, is the inside the waistband type hybrid holsters. You can get one from Comptac. Their Minotaur is excellent. That's what I use. There's quite a few others. The Galco King Tuck, some other ones that are higher end leather that just work great. And if you pair one of these guns, these slim 9mm, with that type of a holster, you've got an excellent concealed carry package. Now, Glock recently came out with their Glock 42, which is a smaller version of their Glock, but we all cried foul when that thing did not come in a 9mm. I don't know what they were thinking, but here's just my Glock 40 that I had here, and for size comparison, it's the same size as it's a Glock 27, same size as the Glock 26, a small, the subcompact Glock. And if you stack all these dudes together, the Glock is thicker, and that makes a difference. A lot of people say it doesn't, but it does for me. I carry a Glock 19 a lot of the time, and I'd say the Glock is my favorite brand of handgun, my favorite brand, but the extra width in that Glock makes a difference, especially when it's inside your waistband. And I still carry a Glock 19 quite a bit, but one thing you might want to consider if you've got these guns is, do I want a Glock? A little bit more capacity, a little wider. You might like that. It's about the same size as far as length and height, everything else go, but it is wider, and especially in the grip. That grip is a chunky little bugger, and it doesn't come down very far. Some guys like to put the grip extension on there, but anyway, I would say for for ideal concealed carry weapon, obviously something that you're comfortable with, but picking from one of these two is an excellent choice. And honestly, it just comes down to your personal preference. And you've heard this a million times, but you really have to shoot them to decide which one you like the best. For me, one other thing I should mention, with the Shield, I hold it on target a little better. I'm able to follow up shots just a little bit quicker. And that might just be because I have more practice with the Shield and the platform than the XDS. And I shoot actually the Shield a little bit more accurately. The front sight post is a little narrower and fits my eye a little better. And on the XDS, you've got a fiber optic on that front sight. And that's a nice little touch, and a lot of guys really like that high-vis sight right out of the box. So anyway, there's no winner here other than us, because we're finally getting some reliable, compact 9mm pistols that shoot great. You can hold 7 or 8 rounds, and you can pack your 147 grain 9mm in there, your HSTs or your Rangers or whatever you want to use, and feel confident that if it did come down to it, that you would be able to defend yourself quite well in a package that's very comfortable and easy to conceal. So good luck, and I hope you like what you choose. I like both of them. I think I'll keep them.